Hello everyone, welcome back to another 2v2 Warhammer battle. This is Norska and the Empire versus Vampire Counts and Chaos. For my army, our front line is made up of three Marauder, where are they? Three Marauders with great weapons, here, and right there. Then two Marauder champions with great weapons. We have a War Mammoth with the War Shrine, which is something I don't really take often. Three Marauder Hunters with Javelins, two of the Skin Wolves, including the Renown unit, one Frost Wolf, and then Warfare the Wanderer on a horse. For my ally, we have four guns right here, a whole bunch of spears, Warrior Priest, Archlector, Reiksguard, three Free Company, three Pistoliers, and an Outrider. This is a couple minutes into the battle because there's just kind of a lot of movements. The enemy deployed way back here, we deployed way over here, and now my ally went from here to up there. I went from here to there to back over here, and I think I moved back over here, then listen, there's a lot of movement. For the enemy, though, we have the Vampire Counts, a whole bunch of zombies, a whole bunch of skeletons, and then one Sternsman. Right there. This is the Kondenstein Stalkers, and then they're being led by Manfred von Karstein, two Terrorgeists over here heading towards the Pistoliers. Then the Warriors of Chaos have four Chosen, one Chosen with great weapons, one Chosen with halberds right there, and they are led by Archeon the Ever-Chosen and the Swords of Chaos protecting him over there. Now let's fast forward, because there is still going to be a lot of movement. The Terrorgeists are going to discover the Pistoliers, and then I think they fly over them. That was kind of cool, though, seeing a showering of Pistolier fire and missing the Terrorgeist. And then actually kind of raining down over here. Meanwhile, the four rifles over here are going to start shooting through the zombies, which is, you know, a target you can shoot at. Terrorgeist, you can see, is almost crumbling over there. They are trying to get to the Free Company Militia right there. I'm not sure what this one's trying to do, actually. It just gets shot up a lot over there. Meanwhile, I'm keeping my eyes on the two enemy armies encroaching towards my position. Again, I'm going to be moving up here. What was my whole thing about? Moving up here, then I'm going to move back and back. That's what I'm going to be doing. Two Terrorgeists still over there getting shot at. Finally, they are going to start to land on one of the Pistoliers. This one just keeps kind of getting stunned out in the air by these Free Company Militia who are now kind of piled in on each other. They're about to take some damage here. Meanwhile, over there, the rifle's still firing at like skeletons and the zombies. You can see that the enemy Chaos player is taking a wide berth away from the rifles. I want to almost engage right here because I'm thinking, you know, my allies are here on the flank and they can go up. I'll hold them over here. But then I'm going to think better of it because these guys are not moving at all and I'm going to actually start to move backwards. Two Terrorgeists are going to withdraw from this engagement and start heading over towards the army over here. As they continue to get shot up by the Outriders, Pistoliers, and the Free Company are chasing behind. Ally's going to move up and still just shoot into the Skeleton Warriors. I kind of want them to get a little bit closer, because now this enemy army is actually chasing me away from them, and my ally is kind of not being super fast. So we're going to have to withdraw away from these Chosen and a whole bunch of zombies, and again, all the skeletons are back here. So I'm trying to buy time for my ally to move up into a nice flanking position, and then we can just kind of go bloop, and then bloop. Right now, they are preoccupied with the Terrorgeists. I'm currently moving my anti-large force, which is the Frost Wolf and Double Skin Wolves, and then Wolfric over here to try and shadow Archeon the Ever-Chosen and the Swords of Chaos. And then I'm going to be like, you know what, well, let's do this. Half the Vampire Count's army is over here, so I'm thinking my ally is going to, you know, engage against them, so I'm going to hold them right here and allow my ally to flank. So we're going to charge into the Chosen with the War Mammoth, and then we have the two Marauder champions over here on the flanks. I'm going to charge in with our Marauder with great weapons, or Marauder, yeah, Marauder's great weapons. And again, the two champions over here being supported by the War Mammoth. Three Javelins are going to start trying to fire into Archeon the Ever-Chosen. I try to slow him here so we can catch him with Wolfric and pin him down, but he's actually going to be able to escape, and these two are going to go straight through the middle, where you can see Manfred von Karstein is as well. Now we're trying to pull over here and just try to do as much splash damage as we can to the Chosen. Meanwhile, I'm going to try and keep these Chosen with halberds at bay with our Marauder champions. And you can see my anti-large force trying to shadow Archeon, but he's actually going to pull through, or push through again, and they're going to get into our Marauder Hunters Javelins. And you can see that my allies' army, the only thing they are concerned about are these three Skeletal Spearmen that were left behind for this reason of keeping their entire army back here. Even the two Terrorgeists that are back there are going to disengage and then head over here. So I'm basically fighting... Well, right now I'm fighting 1.5 armies because the rest of the Skeletal Warriors are trying to pull around the flank right there. My poor War Mammoth is actually kind of getting caught by the Chosen with halberds, but right now I'm too busy trying to micro these Marauders Javelins out of the center and trying to get our anti-large squad down here into the Swords of Chaos. which we are chasing them with the Frost Wolves, so we are slowing them down. We're getting some good damage as they keep retreating in here, trying to get into our Marauder Hunters with Javelins. Chosen are pushing through, trying to get to our Marauder Hunters. I'm going to get Wolfric over here again. And right now, this Mammoth is just doing a lot of damage, as it normally does. But I did not notice the two Terror guys, because last time I saw, because again, right now, I am microing like a madman over here to try and save my Javelins. I saw them over here, but I did not see them fly over here. So the two Terror guys doing a massive amount of damage to my poor War Mammoth, especially backed up by all the units that are around them. And then here come all these Skeletal Warriors, and the Sternsmen are coming over there to finish off my Marauder Champions. Meanwhile, I am concerned over here with trying to snipe Archaon and the Swords of Chaos, because they are separated from any actual good unit, besides I guess some Mammoth from Karstein. So they're kind of on their own, so we're trying to kill them, and that's when I was like, oh shit, my Mammoth, oh no! And that's when I saw the Terror guys over here. Again, I thought they were over here. So my entire allies army went to go fight 3 Skeletal Warriors, so I'm very happy at this point in the battle, let me tell you. But I'm still going to try and do our best. We're going to fight the Swords of Chaos, and again, Archaon, we have him hit with the Hunters of Champion to try and focus him down before the rest of the Chosen can get over here. We still have one Chosen chasing off one of our Marauders with great weapons, so that is okay there. In the meantime, we got these Javelins coming back from routing, and we're just throwing him into the Swords of Chaos. You can see that the Terror guys are coming down, so I'm going to try and pull our Mammoth over here, our Reinforcements over here, and we're going to have to try and disengage here, pin them down with our Marauders with great weapons if we can, but I think they're actually going to get hit with Terror. There they go, they get hit with Terror. These two are going to start throwing it into the Terror guys, doing a lot of anti-large damage. These guys are going to have to hold them in place. Again, my Mammoths are trying to come over here. The Skeletal Warriors are trying to come over here. The rest of the Chosen are trying to come over here. And we have almost finished off Archaon and the Swords of Chaos. I'm kind of ignoring Manfred for the meantime, doing as much damage as we can to these Terror guys. So now going to try and chase Wolfric the Wanderer. And since they're going to land, we're going to disengage from the Swords of Chaos and chase the Terror guys and Archaon the Ever-Chosen. Meanwhile, my entire allies army is finally marching towards, you know, where the battle is happening. And they're going to start shooting into zombies with their rifles. Because, you know, that's what you should be shooting at, the zombies. That's what you should be using these anti-armor guns for, and not all these Chosen that are, you know, over here causing me havoc. It's no big deal, really. Anyway, Archaon's going to come back. We're now trying to finish off this Terror guys, which got a little too greedy, so we are going to crush him there. These Chosen are chasing us. We're going to try, I think we disengage from here and trying to pin them down with a War Mammoth. We're going to go bloop, and these guys are going to go bloop. Trying to keep my Marauder Hunters with Javelins as safe as we can. So we had to go like this to try and ignore or get away from these Chosen. Meanwhile, we have more Marauders with weapons coming over here, but we have more Chosen there, we have more Chosen there, and there, and there. Meanwhile, again, my allies' gunners are shooting up zombies. I'm like, no, shoot. Come over here, please. It's fine, though. It's fine. We're dealing with them. Anyway, we're trying to pin these Chosen so we can disengage from here and get onto Archaon. You can see my Frost Wolves trying to get over there to get a slow on him. We're going to try and cut him off with the Marauder Hunters with Javelins. They see that, so they're going to run over this way. We're going to hit him. And then we have the two Marauder, or the two Skin Wolves chasing them as well. Wolfric is over here kind of catching up. We're going to hit him again with the Hunters, whatever it's called, the debuff. There we go, Hunter Champions. Slowing him down, lowering his melee defense. We're going to try and finish him right here. Running our Javelins away, going to run interference with our Marauders into these Chosen. Again, the Mammoth is trying to do as much splash damage as it can, but we're going to have to pull it out here because the Chosen with Halberds are coming back, so we're actually going to try and fire into them with the Marauders with Javelins. Do as much damage as we can up there. Meanwhile, up here, it's just going to be a massive melee between a whole bunch of crappy zombies and skeletons against a whole bunch of crappy spearmen. You can see Terror guys getting back in here. I think the Gunners are going to switch their priority to the Terror guys. Meanwhile, we do have the Archlector and the Warrior Priest pushing up the middle, supporting the middle with their buffs, and, well, they don't really have debuffs, but supporting with the buffs. These are all zombies. These are all skeletons, including the Sternsman over there. Meanwhile, back here, we are just microing back and back, trying to keep away from these Chosen while killing their important units. So we actually managed to snipe Archaon here, or here, one of these two. These Swords of Chaos only have 2 units left, and they are way over here. My Elephant is back for like the 3rd time. Holy crap. Some of our Marauders, which routed initially, that routed way over here, are finally coming back to join the army. We are chasing down these Chosen with our Javelins. We're going to try and get into the rear of their formation with all of our forces that we have left, which is not much. So we're going to do a lot of good charge damage here. And again, pin them down. We're going to start throwing our Javelins here soon. And you can see that the Chaos player is now going to turn their attention back onto me. They were marching up to my ally, but I wanted to try and finish them off. They did a lot of damage to me, and I want to make sure we can kill them. So we're going to charge in here with our Marauder Champions. Marauder Champions here too. These are our 2 Marauder Champion groups still alive. And now our Javelins are going to start throwing into the Chosen with great weapons and, you know, this pack right here. Try to do as much damage as we can. We are not armor piercers, but they still do a lot of base damage. Not the best against heavily armored, but it's all I have. Meanwhile, we're still finishing up these clump of chosen here, and I'm just trying to keep my mammoth away from the halberds right now. But we're going to kind of get some friendly fire here. Not intentional, but it does happen. I was trying to run this mammoth over here to cast their ability that they have that makes the unit unbreakable for a while. And so I cast that on one of these marauders, and so they were running, walking this way, and they walked right in front of my javelin. So I'm like, well, shit. But so you see, we are still focusing down Chosen, doing what we can. The halberds now into our armored wolves. So we're going to do a temporary withdrawal right here into this Chosen group right there. Try and buy more time for our javelins to wither them down a little bit more. You can see they're doing a lot of good damage there since we have 3 units still relatively unhurt. Meanwhile, back there is still just a massive melee between a whole bunch of crappy units. Pistoliers in the back. Riflemen are still over here trying to fire into, I don't even know what the hell they're firing into. Zombies still? Maybe, I think. Maybe the Terra guys. But it looks like they're firing at zombies. But the crappy spear line and the crappy skeletal warriors, neither of them are really gaining much ground. But you can see that with the support of the rifles back here and the pistoliers again in the back of their formation, the Empire player is slowly winning this fight. The Archlector and the Warrior Priest negating a lot of damage over here throughout this very long battle. Meanwhile, back here, we are still duking it out with the Chosen, trying to run our units away from the Chosen with halberds, trying to now kite this one Chosen unit with the 3 of our Marauder Hunters with javelins, because they pushed through and maybe withdraw, so now we're just kind of kiting them around. Doing a lot of good damage hitting their rear. We finally managed to throw everything we had left into the Chosen with halberds, and we finally routed them, so that's a big enemy unit out of commission now. So I'm very happy about that. This is a very long fight and a lot of microing here. So now we're going to try and chase off these Chosen with this Marauder, since they are currently routing. Meanwhile, we're going to pull these 2 javelins up here to do some more damage to something. I can't remember what, actually. Right now, we're just trying to do as much damage to these routing units as possible. Make sure that they do not come back, as my ally is clearly finishing off the rest of the Vampire Count's army. They just have a clump of skeletal warriors here, and the Sternsman still alive, getting shot in the back with a 3-company militia. 4 rifles still relatively unarmed, I guess except for this one. And now both the Warrior Priest and the Archlector on Manfred von Karstein. I've done a lot of talking, and I'm starting to mess up my words. Pistoliers are actually, I'm sorry, Outriders are out of ammunition. Pistoliers, I guess, almost are out of ammunition, and also almost dead. 3-company militia just still pouring fire into the back of the skeletal warriors. I have shattered mostly what remains of the enemy chaos player, and this is going to be the end of a very long fight where it was touch and go there for a while. Because I mean, my fight started here. My ally was here. My plan was, oh, they're going to obviously close in behind the enemy and we'll crush them in the middle. What happened? They're like, hey, look, let's look at these 3 skeletal warriors that's way out here, separated from their entire army that's engaging against my ally. Let's march over there and take them out instead. I was like, nah. You could hear Wolfric in the distance. No. That was him in the distance. But still a good game to Kraus, Lord Rawl, and Philemon. That was a tough one. I had to micro back and back and back and back, and somehow managed to pull it out, even though our War Mammoth kind of got crushed pretty quickly when those 2 Terra guys showed up that I did not see. Oh, that was a rough one. For my ally here, they got a ton of kills because they were shooting up a whole bunch of zombies and skeletons, which have very high unit numbers, so it's reflected. They killed a lot of units. These guys killed a lot of units. As for the Vampire Counts, the 2 Terra guys did help again kill my War Mammoth, so that was good on them. Manfred, I'm not entirely sure what he did. I noticed a couple of death spells being cast, but I don't think really much affected me. And then for the Archaeon player here, the Chosen were very annoying to deal with, since, again, my War Mammoth was kind of taken out by those Terra guys. Luckily enough, we managed to kill these Swords of Chaos because they were trying to kill our Javelins, so we got a lot of free damage on them as they kept running away from our Wolves and the Skin Wolves, so that was pretty good. But yeah, good game. It was an exhausting fight. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's watch a cinematic view of this one. You know, I should have known better by this point, you know? I should know that... Well, I should just know. Get him, Mammoth! That was some friendly fire there. Oh, I guess their fight hasn't started yet. Alright, back to ours.
Charge them! Massacre! So be it! Onward, moving out! It be done! Bring up the carnage! The danger directs us! Take my blade! Charge them!
I wish pistoleers were good.
Beware of the whistle! Take it down!
It's just funny, it's a whole bunch of units that are bad in melee, or like mediocre at best, just fighting it out. It's so slow.
Onward! With speed! Horde demand! The dark gods command me! Blood! Faster! For the blood god! Drag us to the soul! Onward! Charge! Faster! Bring us to carnage! No! Love them! Blood! Throw on axis! Yes! Let us show you true power! Gods demanded! Is that all you got? That's what the masters bid! Decapitate! React! Let us show you true power! Now is our time! Close combat! Bring us the on backing! Get down! I hear you!
Farewell, Manfred. There we go. So hope you enjoyed, everybody, and I will see you all next time. Take care.